Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 26th to July 2nd. This is for Gemini, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Gemini. I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Gemini, wow, this is a week, okay? So you may feel a little bit of, okay, let's talk about what's going to happen, all right? I have to say, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room first. On Monday, on the 26th, sorry, Mars is going to square Uranus, and this is kind of a pretty volatile aspect. Now, here's the thing: you probably, if you're into astrology, you've probably seen a lot of astrologers talk about this, and I want to clear the air here, okay? This is a big aspect, okay? Mars squaring Uranus. Mars is the planet of action, planet of drive, ambition, but it can be a very aggressive planet. You have to remember Mars is the ruling planet for Aries, right? Where's Aries from? Aries is from the god of war. Mars is the god of war, so can be really like, right? And then Uranus is a planet of surprises. It's a planet of like unexpected things, and Uranus is the ruling planet for Aquarius, and so it's all about independence. It's all about liberation. It's all about, you know, the humanitarian. But you have to think about Aquarius. It's like they have that rebellious streak. So when Mars and Uranus are squaring, it's not like it's not very fun. There could be some arguments this day. There could be some not seeing eye to eye. There could be some power struggles. You could just feel really restless too. And the reason I say that, Gemini, and this is why it may be a thing for you, okay, is because Mars in Leo right now, Leo is your third house, okay? And so you are the native ruler of the third house, and that is all about communication, all right? And it is also siblings, aunts, cousins, even neighbors. So you could have some words or exchanges that are not favorable with, you know, some relatives or whatnot, but you know that's gonna, you know, affect Gemini risings a little bit more. But one thing I want you to know, what really softens the blow here, okay, two things. One, remember Mars in Leo is all about confidence. It's all about being proud of yourself, standing up for yourself, standing your ground. Now this is a day where if you need to break rules, break them, okay? Break them, but fix it in a way where it works out for you, okay? Liberate yourself. Uranus it's all about innovation, all right? It's all about do something different. It may be shaking you out of a certain mindset or a certain relationship that is not serving you well. It probably was never serving you well, but you never said anything. So use this to be bold, to be creative, to be visionary, and use it to really shape the rest of your future. I mean, this is, like I say, if you have Mars and Aries in your birth chart, by the way, like really pay attention to this day. Now, here's the other reasons why I feel like this may be not as bad as it seems. Is the moon is going to be in Libra on Monday and Tuesday, so this is already really great. This moon is great in Libra, okay? Really great in Libra. And so this is also indicating to me that some of y'all it could be with like partners that this is happening around, because Libra is the native ruler of the 7th house of partnerships, and it can be partners, or it can be like even career related partners in career. It could be CEO, your boss, or a colleague or whatnot. I'm not gonna lie, it could be also, you could just be in your head about something that you want to, you know, break free from, right? Because if you think about where with Uranus in Taurus, that is your 12th house, okay? So keep that in mind, and that is the subconscious. So keep that in mind. It could be just like you considering your self-worth and your self-value, and, you know, really standing up for yourself for what you believe in. All right. Now the second reason why I think this it may work out fine is because that same day Mercury enters Cancer. Mercury, your ruling planet, leaving your sign to go into Cancer. Okay, so Mercury, as you know, is it's the planet of communication. It's the messenger. When it goes into Cancer, which is a very soft, intuitive sign, it's really you being more instinctual about anything that happens. Okay, it's you being more even visceral, very intuitive, in touch with your intuitive side, being more loving in the way that you communicate. So think about what's happening. There's a very kind of challenging aspect on Monday, but then you have this heart to heart. That's what Mercury in Cancer is, communicating with your heart. And then the rest of the week, we have the Sun trining Saturn. We have Mercury trining Saturn as well. And then on the 30th, we have the Sun conjuncting Mercury. So we have a Mercury Cazimi. Mercury, your ruling planet. So it's almost like when you look at the timeline, something could happen. It could be like minor, it could be major, depending on your birth chart, and your situation. But then you kiss and make up. And then you see, it gives you a whole perspective at looking things differently. And then all these things line up for you, and then you have this explosion of ideas, and you're just very creative, and so it's an interesting week to say the least. It's a very interesting week. So let's get started, Gemini. Let's get started. See what's going on for you for the week of June 26th to July 2nd. Again, this is for Gemini, Sun and Rising, and if you're new, and if you want to read for your Venus, your Moon, all those other placements, you're absolutely welcome to. If you want more insight and clarity on what's going on in your life, if you know your birth chart. And lastly, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box, okay? So you can follow along if you like, and this, for if astrologically, like the luckiest days would absolutely be like, starting Wednesday, okay, when the Sun trines Saturn. All right, so keep that in mind. So Gemini, let's go ahead. Let's get started with your reading. Again, this is for Gemini for June 26th. Sorry about that. I just hit the table. June 26th to July 2nd. Now, Gemini, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, you see that my dog is with me. She, Ruby, is it's 80 degrees here in New York City today, so she is. She had to sit right next to the air conditioner. All right, so Gemini, this is going to be a week, okay? It's going to be a week for you to really let things go and appreciate the things in your life, okay? It's going to be that kind of week. Ooh, yeah. All right. I'm getting in my serious pose. Because if you're new to my channel, I'm in Gemini rising, so I got to pay attention too, but this is big. Now, look, you got the 10 of Cups. Not surprised. Last week you had your best reading, okay? It was an amazing reading. The energy of it was absolutely amazing. And even like the astrology of last week was really great. So you see that this is a great card. Happy life, happy family, happy home. Now, this is also rainbow, okay? The only rainbow in tarot, indicating a promising future. Love this. All right, cups align, a lot of enlightenment. This is really good. It came up in your past, so there was a moment of just like, yeah. And I think that you did get the milestone card, right? You did the hurrah, like things are like great celebration in your last reading as well. So there you go. It's lining up, okay, because this came up in your past. All right, so things were good. 10 is the end. All right, 1 0 equals 1, new beginning. So this is the end of that cycle. Now we're moving into the heart of your spread where you got the 4 cups. So this is a week where you're it's really like thinking about that gratitude, what I said, appreciating the things in your life, okay? Because it really is, you see, first of all, there's a lot happening in this card. The main things I'm going to show you here, all right, is you see the Hand of Spirit offering this young man a cup. He already has 3 cups. Cups are love, it's emotions, it's feeling, it's all of that. It's right here, right? And it is in the heart of your spread, okay? Now, you see him. Ooh. Oh, I dropped it. So you see him, his arms crossed. So he's crossing off his heart. So it looks like there could be a sense of this week. There's something that happens where you're just not satisfied, where you could even, there's like boredom is attached to this card. So some of y'all may feel that, like you may be bored in a situation, okay? Or the things that you wanted were just like, oh, I got it, amazing. And now it's just like, oh, what? What's happening? What? I didn't want, you know what I mean? And that's gonna resonate a lot with Gemini, with career. Okay, because what's happening astrologically is Saturn went into Pisces in March, and Saturn went retrograde a few weeks ago, and so that's in your 10th house of career, and so you're becoming a lot more serious about your career. You're maybe looking, and not just career. The 10th house is career. It's public recognition within your family, within your community, within your neighborhood. If you're an influencer in terms of that way, but it's also achievements and honors, and you just being like proud of things that you've done. Now, here's the thing. The reason I bring that up is because when Saturn went retrograde, it's almost like, yeah, I got this thing, I got this new job, I really want this new job, or I'm, going for this, and then you get it and you're like, oh, it's a lot more work than I thought it would be, or, oh, is this what I really want, right? So that's the thing, is like, here's some things I'm going to point out is that he's sitting cross-armed, right? So it's like crossing off his heart. But secondly, the hand of spirit only appears in the aces. This is the only card outside of the aces. You see the hand of spirit. And when you get that hand of spirit, you take it. He's refusing it. So it's almost, and it references also the Ace of Cups here. You see the Three Cups, or with the Three of Cups, which you got in your last reading. But it's really like two of the biggest messages coming through. Really be appreciative of the things that you have, because it's that gratitude that really helps raise your energy levels. I talk about energy energy all the time. Okay, energy is everything that's made of energy, down to the molecular level, right? Einstein himself said, match the frequency of the reality you want. You cannot help but get that reality. You have to have high energy. You have to have high energy in everything you do. So if you feel dissatisfied right now, if you feel that there's things that haven't come through, or things that came through and they did, and you're just like bored with it, or it's not something that you really you thought you wanted, but it didn't turn out the way you wanted, still have that gratitude that you got it at all. Okay, have that gratitude knowing people out there don't even get opportunities. Have that gratitude knowing you have a house over your head, you have a computer watching this right now. Have that gratitude for all those other things in your life, and those things that you want will come. Okay, it's that gratitude that matters. It's the highest vibration and the law of attraction. So this, and I'm just saying this because you got this in the heart of your spread. You got it in the heart of your spread. So there could be something that happens on Monday where it makes you have to consider that, where you may have to think about that and really get rooted, okay? Because this is four. Four is all about order, okay? Think about the four legs of a table, right? Or four wheels on a car. Brings that stability, okay? If you have to, think about smushing the word for and order together. Forder. I know it's a weird word, right? But that's what this is, okay? The other thing, he's sitting right on the root of the tree. Right on the root of the tree. So really being grounded, getting really to the root of what this thing is, where you may not feel satisfied, you may feel a little like really, like that kind of energy. Raise your energy level, okay? Raise your energy level. But the reason why I'm doubling down on that is because you did get your the Five of Cups in your challenge area, okay? So you see sequentially, we're going from the Ten of Cups to the Four of Cups, and then like Five of Cups, but in your challenge area. Five obviously comes after four, but this is saying that there is possibly something that you need to really just let go. you may have to let go of something this week, okay? And again, you may have some clarity around that after Monday or on Monday. But remember, remember, your ruling planet, Mercury, is not only going into Cancer, so it's all like really expressing yourself with, putting all your heart and soul into it, being very empathetic, also intuitive, but also, heartful, very heartful. And having like heart-to-heart conversations. This may be a week that you communicate a lot, especially with Mars in Leo in your third house of communication, especially with the fact that Mercury will be trining Saturn, especially with the fact that Mercury will have a cazimi with the Sun. All these amazing aspects in terms of communication with your ruling planet. So this is going to affect you. So really communicate the things that you need, okay? This is, you can see he's just looking at the past. We want you to move forward. Remember what I said, Uranus, all right? Mars squaring Uranus. It's all about that independence, all about like breaking free from the things that just not serve you well and going forward with the things that will. And being very inventive at this time and innovative, right? And really think of things in this visionary way for yourself, all right? Now, listen, you got the Queen of Wands. Hi, this is great. I'm going to show you something, Gemini. I usually go in order here. You got the pair. You got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So when I say have that gratitude and you raise your frequency, okay, you will get the things that you want. Just appreciate everything that you already have. That's all I'm asking, especially with the Four of Cups and the Heart of your spread. Now, I am not saying that y'all are unappreciative. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying this is a week where there may be something that may happen where it gets you a little upset or irritated or unsatisfied or even just like that kind of energy. But if you raise your frequency and if you're like, that sucks, but I'm going to move forward because I know something's better for me and I'm going to let this thing go and it's not even going to bother me. And I'm going to communicate what I need and, presto, right? Because boom, Queen of Wands in your crown. You want it. They're things you want. The Queen of Wands is, I say this all the time, think of like any celebrity, okay? Nicole Kidman, Charlize Theron, Rihanna, whoever. They can walk into a room, get whatever they want. Like the Queen of Wands. She has the power to attract whatever she wants. Whatever she wants, okay? And again, that career energy is really strong here. She is the entrepreneur, okay? So is the King of Wands. So a lot of career energy. But here's the big takeaway. The Wands, they're invigorating. They're lively, okay? They're enlightening, right? So it's in your crown and in your future. Raise your energy levels this week if you feel that you need to, okay? Some of y'all already, like, I read your comments and y'all have high energy and y'all are amazing. So some of y'all I don't even have to tell this to, but I'm just saying that because I'm just reading the cards for you, okay? But it looks like there are things that you want, okay? There are things that you want, and it seems like you really want to attract it now. So it's, some Geminis may have moved into a place where there really was something that you wanted, you got it, didn't turn out to be exactly what you wanted, is a big message coming through. But for other Geminis, it's going to resonate in a different way, okay? It's going to resonate in a different way. Now, you did get the Knight of Swords, which, by the way, he's Gemini, okay? So this is really great. And the root of your spread, this is, all about communication, okay? Especially because you are Gemini, and that is your specialty, right? You rule the third house of communication. So knights are active, swords are air, all right? So whoosh, 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 say it all the time. Knights are fire as well. So fire and oxygen together, whoosh. Like, it's almost like you just want to get going. You just want to get out of this. This is what it is. It's like tar pit energy. You want to get out of that tar pit energy. Clear as day here, okay? So when you have that moment of clarity, all you want to do is move forward, all right? You just want to, Knight of Swords, very bold, very courageous. He's just like, boom, boom, boom. Also transformative. You're looking for that. Actually, I'm going to show you. You see the butterflies, okay? All over him and is right there. So all that transformation now in your future, King of Wands, you raise your energy levels, you got it, okay? This is the card. First of all, this is Leo, okay? He is Leo. And so he's the fun king. He's the exciting king. The wands, remember, invigorating, lively. Look at him. Look at him tilted in his chair. He's like as if he wants to get out and go have fun and go explore and go, pursue more passions, help other people with their passions. He wants to meet people. He wants to mingle. Again, the fun king, okay? He's also the king who earned his spot, okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The King of Wands, worked his way up. And that's why I really love the King of Wands, is because he didn't, it didn't nothing came out of I'm gonna just show you something here. He's not sitting in this throne from succession or from lineage. He worked his way up to sit in this throne. Okay, so it's that energy levels working your way up, but as long as you really have that appreciation, have that gratitude, and be active with it, okay? Have that structure. Use it to build this structure in your life, and then boom, you have the King of Wands in your future. Again, and I always call him the Steve Jobs of tarot. He's very inspiring. He's very influential. He didn't have to work for anybody else. He didn't have to, that's the King of Wands. That's the King of Wands, all right? Really fiery energy with both of it, and then transformative energy as well. He's actually got the salamander in his card, right? The salamander back in the 14th century, back in the medieval times. When tarot came out, they thought salamanders were fireproof. Wands are fire. Remember, wands are fire, all right? So that liveliness, that spiritedness. But they thought salamanders were fireproof, so big symbol of that, going through that, that fire energy. But secondly, salamanders, they grow their own tails, they eat their own tails, so it symbolizes the Ouroboros, right? The symbol of unity and change and cycles. So this is quite transformative. It's really all about letting something go that you need to let go because it looks like it's not what you want, and just have that moment of clarity. Again, it's going to resonate differently for all Geminis, okay? It's going to resonate differently for all Geminis. And so ask yourself how that resonates with you, okay? It's going to be something here, too, because it's all these cups that you got, right? It's all these cups. And it's also, a week of that with Mercury going into Cancer as well. But ask yourself that, is this something in your physical world? Is it something, emotionally, right? Is it something even mentally? Or is it spiritually? Remember, I said that Jupiter is in your 12th house. That's Jupiter's in Taurus, your 12th house. Uranus is in Taurus, your 12th house. Up here. Subconscious, dreams, into all of that. So let's get to your stuff. I'm very curious here with what's going on. So, like I said earlier, by the way, Gemini. Did I say it earlier? Oh no, I didn't. Gosh, I always mess up my lines. If you like my if you got, you know what? If it's the whole subscribe, leave comment, and but if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. So I really do appreciate it. I am truly grateful. So, yeah, you're good. You're freaking good. Okay. You're good. Don't raise your energy levels, okay? Because you did get the Three of Swords. Raise your energy levels. This is just saying that this is now. Oh yeah, with the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups in your challenge area, and with the Four of Cups in the heart of your spread, this is absolutely saying that this week you may see something where you're just this really, really sucks. And it may be an experience that you go through where it's a little heartbreaking too, but also heartbreaking in a way where it's I gotta let's say that analogy I use, you just got a job and it didn't turn out the way that you wanted. Can be a little heartbreaking because the person that hired you really loved you, really moved mountains to hire you, but the job's just not for you, right? And it's heartbreaking to tell them, I'm moving on, right? after just 2 weeks of working with you or a month of working with you. So that kind of heartbreaking too. Okay, big energy I'm picking up. So, but for a lot of Geminis, it just may be something that you have to let go or cut from your life. That is, again, ask yourself: is it in your physical world? Is it emotionally? Is it mentally? Is it spiritually? Something where you feel like it's going to be really hard to do. Okay, remember that. Remember that. It's very, very. It's really, really showing what's going on here. But look. You have that gratitude. You have that gratitude. You raise your energy levels. You keep your shoulders back and your head high and just move forward. You're good. You're so good. You got the Ace of Wands. You got the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. You got 3 out of the 5 court cards in the wand suit, so hey, you're definitely getting a new job. A lot of y'all are definitely getting a new job. A lot of y'all are definitely going to hear back about a passion project that you started or that you want. A lot of things. Remember, Wands, again, career. And then with Saturn moving into Pisces, big thing for career for y'all right now, okay? If you're not here for a career, just anything that has to do with being recognized in the public, anything that has to do with, honors, achievements, anything that has to do with your passions, your ideas, creativity, all of that. You see the hand of spirit here. Remember, you saw it here. He's refusing it, okay? But if you acknowledge it, if you raise your energy levels, if you find that gratitude, you have all of this coming through. You have the King of Wands in your future, the Ace of Wands in your external factors area, environmental. So basically this is saying the universe has this new offer for you where you're sitting in this throne. You just have to have that gratitude this week. This is Aces usher in new change, new beginnings, new journeys, new paths, new opportunities. You're good. You're good. With the King of Wands, oh yeah. This is fated. You're good. You also got the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm not surprised. You're looking for that. Justice. Okay, that justice in whatever situation that's happening this week. Okay, especially with this 3 of Swords energy, with the 4 of Cups and the heart of your spread and the 5 of Cups in your challenge area. You're looking for that justice. The Queen of Swords, she's Libra. Okay, all about justice, very diplomatic, seeing things for what they are. It's all the facts. It's all the truth. Okay, head above the clouds. She is has a lot of power, has a lot of authority, but it's really, honestly, she leads with her head. Okay. Intellect, logic. Again, this is, your BFF, fellow air sign, Libra, right? And so this is really great. This is all you want, is to have your head above the clouds. Just have that clarity, and you will this week with all those aspects that are happening. As long as you take action, you can have it all, okay? Justice can be served, okay? All of the odds can be in your favor with the Queen of Swords showing up here, all right? Now, she's left all emotions at the door. Remember, this is all about intellect. This is all about leading with your head. All, just having to think about a judge, right? Think about a judge, okay? But even still, even though that she's left all emotions at the door, there's no water in this card, right? Look at her hand. Look at her hand. Come to me, talk to me. What's going on? Let's make this right. Let's make this right. You're good. Because you got the Page of Cups. You're absolutely good. You have Page of Cups in your final outcome. Something new coming through for sure. Okay? Something new coming in Cups. Remember, love, feelings, emotions. You feeling that, all right? You feeling that. A lot of creative energy here, okay? A lot of creative energy that comes with the Page of Cups, especially with the fish coming out of the cup right there. The fish representing creativity, your imagination soaring, all that. Remember, I said we have a Mercury Kazemi at the end of the week, all right? Mercury conjuncting the sun. This is huge, okay? Remember, Mercury's a ruling planet, so your imagination, ideas, all that's going to go wild. But at the same time, all the Page of Cups wants to do is follow his bliss. So pages, again, the newbies, right? So they bring in that new, fresh energy.
All right. So this is, again, indicating something new's coming through and something new that you want, something new that you're going to have. You're good. You're good. You're absolutely good. You're good. Gemini, you're good. Just raise your energy, and do things like trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. That's what's gonna happen. That's what does everything. Okay, that's where the magic happens, right? When you trust your intuition, you make sounder judgments. You have better decisions. You're happier. Okay, you're happier in life. All right. So just really trust your intuition. Go, but also just work on your raising your energy levels. Right. Go around like blowing people kisses if you have to. I don't, a big thing is just like compliments. Give a compliment a day to somebody, okay? You make them happy. They're in a happy mood. They go, give a compliment to someone else. They make someone else happy. I mean, you see, and it all started with you, okay? And it all started with you. So this is raising your energy level. So anyway, Gemini, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Again, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Ruby, love the fact that you were here. I will see you next week. I do July. I do your July readings. It's a very different reading, or it's a very different month in June. Hugely different. All right. So June is like the take action, like plant all those seeds. Plant all those seeds. You see the leaves sprouting from that one. Plant all those seeds now. All right. But you just know that you got the King of Wands in your future next to the Ace of Wands. Huge, huge. You have that gratitude. All of that's coming through. You're amazing, Gemma. And don't forget the Page of Cups in your final outcome. Oh my goodness. So a lot of newness. All right. Gemini, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.